Okay, so I've played on this for a little while. This is the guitar before the new modifications I'm about to put on it to make this a part 2. I've warmed up the strings by playing on them. I stretched them more than when I did on the other video. They've also been on a little longer, so yeah, this is going to be a little tuning stability test. So we're going to try this out and see how it goes. Alright, so let's see. I mean, that's like a moderate amount use for the whammy bar. So let's just, I mean, that's not too bad. Like, I've really gotten this close, and especially after warming up the strings, it's very close to staying in tune after light whammy bar usage, or tremolo bar, whatever you want to call it. But what happens if we really wham on it? And by the way, whenever I said like not too bad, it's like such a fraction of an inch. A fraction of an inch, a fraction of a percentage off. So yeah, let's get some you can already hear it's out. So one thing I've done to this guitar, I know it's out now. Is I've kept a little space back here, just so that way I can pull back the whammy bar, and of course it sharpens out the pitch of everything. But sometimes, you know, whenever you go for a deeper dive and your tuning doesn't come back, it's nice to be able to kind of give it a little yoink, and it comes. There's one. Yeah, I mean, that's not bad. But it's not perfect. So we got the guitar here, and I'm gonna go ahead and take off the strings, and we're gonna see what we can do with this. So like I said, I am gonna replace this while I'm at it, but I have the parts of these, which are official, which is kind of cool. I don't normally do this kind of stuff. And then they're also what are they called? Short ones, short locking tuners, short post locking tuners. And then I have the LSR roller. So hopefully the camera's picking that up. I can't really see it with this new angle. Because the short post should make up for the lack of string trees. At least that's what I read online. Alright, so it's off. I'm going to go ahead and get the I'm going to get the socket to loosen these out, get these out, and then put the new stuff in. Well, I'll probably start working on that too. Alright, see you soon. Okay, so, yeah, like I said, I like to use a deep socket to remove these because you have less chance of nicking the hardware as well as your neck, if you actually care about your neck, which I don't in this situation, but let's say you do. A deep socket really is nice. And this is like a kit. It comes in a kit at Walmart for like 20 bucks, so save yourself some money, and then you can work on your car, pull spark plugs. So we got the front, and we got, you already saw the back, but yeah, you can see the chips where when I drilled out the holes, I definitely chipped it. So we'll see. The interesting thing about these is that they have, let me pull it out real fast. So they have the two little drilled holes, and I'm hoping that the holes from the original Squire ones are the same. That would be awesome. So I'll have to drill out some holes. Okay, so last thing I thought I'd show before I start the work up there is this part here. Taking this off, and I can show you the modification I made to it. So what I have here is one grounding wire. Oh, it's kind of loose. But I was having no ground issue, so that's good. So one grounding wire, and then I have this quick connect that I bought off Amazon. And it just pops in and out. I soldered this to the spots where it needed to be soldered on this plate. And then I put one on this plate as well. So that way whenever I pop new plates in, I can just solder this kind of end point on here. And then attach a ground wire, and I'm good to go. So make these change outs as easy as possible. Actually, I'm going to shield this all with copper tape. I won't film that process because it's pretty self-explanatory, but I will show you the end result. Okay, so before I get on with the rest of this video, I'll show you how it should be. If it's properly shielded with paint, or if you copper tape it like this, then you should be able to have your multimeter set to continuity and hear a beep. Yeah. Alright, and just to kind of give you a close-up of how these work, this is the white plate this time, and I have two here that snap together. I bought this in a little pack on Amazon, like I said already. And then here I have, that's for the bridge in the back, or like the claw, that holds the springs for the bridge. And then I have this coming from the plate here to ground, and then they get this little screw that goes through them. And that's it. So I made this as simple as possible so I could continue to work on it and workshop different plates if I wanted to, or pick guards and whatnot if I wanted to keep on trying different things. So yeah, it's called a work in progress for a reason. Okay, so I'm going to try to remove the nut here. This is the bone nut that I installed. And yeah, we're going to try it out. I used some pretty heavy duty super glue because I was kind of dumb and didn't really think that I would need to remove this again. But here I go, trying to remove this again. All right, let's see if that's enough. Shoot. Oh man, that's not what I wanted to happen. Oh, okay, that's kind of what I wanted to happen. Nope, that's not at all what I wanted to happen. I'm gonna try to get this stubborn bit off, and I'll let you know how that goes. I just got done measuring this with calipers. I measured the roller nut here, and I'm gonna try to insert her in and well, after filing this out. As you can see, I didn't get the bone nut out completely, but I'm hoping once I get this squared away, I can get the bone nut in. Also, I removed the neck, if you can't tell. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so I just sped this part up because I do a terrible job running through and sawing it out. But what I did learn through it, and what I will pass on, is have a sturdier saw, tape down the parts that you don't want to cut to prevent chipping, mark them up if you need to with, like, do a line over that cut with a straight razor so that you don't chip out, and just take your time, be very careful, don't do what I'm doing, and learn from me. So if you really care about something, then take the time to do it right. But I was fine with kind of just pushing my way through it because I already messed up the tuning head holes with the chip outs. So this is a work in progress, so I'm not super worried about it. But anyway, it ended up working out, and I was able to get things going. Man, fits like a glove you don't want to wear. Cool. Love it. Yeah, whatever. I'm doing this for experiments, for science, and we're going to try it out. I'm also doing this so you don't have to. But again, as you can see, there's this crack here, which, and these chips out of this, so it's not like this neck is worth anything, honestly. I'm just getting every last bit out I can. And I can move this pretty easily if I ever wanted to put in, if this works. But long story short, we're gonna get this thing screwed down this time because it came with some screws as well as shims. So I'll probably try to shim it up and get it in place. Okay, so what I've been doing is I've been going in here with a graphite pencil, like one that you can kind of push out, mechanical pencil that you can just kind of push out a little more lead, and just to get into these tighter spots. And I've just been kind of going around and circling. I've been making semicircles around it. I've seen some people where you can like tighten them on and then get the grooves, but since this neck is so borked, I basically just line these up by eyesight, and I'm just going for it because I got no skin in the game, man. So now I can pop these out. I'm going to start setting them in order. Since I did that, I wish it were the other way, because you can see the Squire ones that came with it came the other way. I also didn't mark that one because there's a giant gash where it should be. Cool. And now I'll just drill these out and then try to reinstall these and put it all back together and see where we go. I got these drilled. I might have accidentally drilled through one of the holes, but I guess you'll just have to see and find out which one I did that on. Like a silly guy. I'm just such a silly guy. And again, I like to use this by hand rather than on the tool, so you can feel the resistance and make sure you're not cross-threading. This is done. I think it's ready to be assembled. As you can see, I got all short posts because I wanted to eliminate the need for string tree. And I hope this did. I still have my string trees, but I'll probably upgrade those if I have to. I think one mod I would like to eventually do to this guitar is, I saw Guns and Guitars do it, but where you drill holes right here and then you get long screws that like grab the neck and pull it this way. So maybe one day I'll do this to the work in progress. Okay, so what I do here is to set this nut to the correct height is I put the high E and the low E string on, I get them up to tune, and then I use shims to get the height of the nut to where I need it. And so I'm pressing on the second fret and then pushing down and getting the space, gauging the space between the first fret and that string, just to make sure everything's fleshed out enough in the height that I need it to without it buzzing or sounding like a sitar. Yeah, let's give this thing a go. I've already warmed up on this guitar, so it should be good to just hop in and test tuning. So I've got it all tuned up, and let's roll. Alright, so we have check tuning. So, I mean, it does hold pretty well. If anything, the locking tuners help the G string not go out. I might put the string trees back on there because it does look a little far out. Like maybe I don't have enough tension on this nut. But it is kind of cool. I don't know if you can see it or not, but this has small little like foam inserts built into it to help with like muting there. You can see it dies pretty fast. The last thing I think I want to get for this guitar down the road is a 2-point trim instead of the 6-point like Fender style one. I just know that the 2 points are more stable. I could put some better springs in this, although these are brand new high tension strings. I could potentially add a 4th one, but I wanted to keep a easier to move whammy bar rather than like crazy tension springy one. So anyway, I think that'll wrap up this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, have a good rest of your day.